Hey everyone, how's it going? So what am I doing now? Working on a Camaro. I figure I'm going to try to spend, hopefully every night, at least 20 minutes or so on it. Like as soon as I get home from work, I'm going to try to spend a couple minutes on it just to do something. So right now we're in a teardown stage. So what I'm going to do is I need to get the car up higher than I actually have it. But I figure this is a good height for me to do everything I need to underneath the hood because I can reach it relatively easy. So I figure, let me just start taking everything apart underneath the hood that I can. I'm going to take this nose cone off also, just so it's out of the way, because otherwise, being all the way over here and then having to reach like this to do anything, it's a pain in the neck. So I will be taking that off. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to set you up on my tripod, and I'm going to see if I can't figure out how to fast forward a segment. So we're going to try that and see how that works. So if the next part of this is not fast forwarded, then guess what? I couldn't figure it out. So, but let's try that. But basically what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start taking apart, all the little 10 millimeter bolts up here, the clips for the nose, stuff like that, just so I can start taking stuff apart, at least get somewhere on the car. Like I said, you do a little bit each night, eventually you'll be done. So the other thing too is I got to get this hood off because it kind of blocks the light, number one. Number two, it's in the way. However, my engine hoist is currently occupied. Oops. See that? I'm trying to fix something on my tractor. I'm waiting for parts. It'll be supposed to be here tomorrow. So hopefully it comes in new blades, and the cable broke to actuate the blades themselves. So that's why I got it apart right now. But it's just easier having it up on the hoist and jacked up, because I pick the thing almost straight up when I work on it. So anyway, that's it for now. Let me set you up on a tripod and I will start doing that. And like I said, either it's going to go fast forward or it's not. We'll find out. Now also, as you can see, I have this little tiny tote here, and that is for just small, I figure anything I take off from underneath the hood here, I'm just going to put in that box, meaning hardware-wise. This way I know it kind of came from this general area. So it should be easy to remember that. Actually, let me get a pair of gloves on real quick. I do save my gloves as long as I don't tear them up. And I just reuse them. No point in wasting money if you don't have to. So if this thing went fast forward, you're not even hearing me. All right. So let me get 8 millimeters so I can disconnect that battery. I actually have that out here. Now, in case you're wondering, 90% of my tools at home are Harbor Freight. I mean, I do have a lot of leftover snap-ons or extra snap-ons that I've had over the years. Like, I used to have like 2 or 3 of everything, but I gave away a lot of it to help other guys, start in this business. So there we go. Battery's disconnected, so I don't have to worry about that. Negative first, then positive. And the reason for that, the reason for negative first and then positive, is in a situation like this. I'll show you. In a situation like this, see how close the positive is to here, like to ground? If I still had negative connected and I went to go disconnect the positive, let's say I wound up hitting something, then I just shorted it out. So we want to try to avoid that. There's a spacer stud that just fell in between the belt. Don't care about it. So I'm just going to put that to the side. But that's the reason for that. If there's absolutely no possibility of shorting it out, then yes, you can take the negative off first. That is the reason for doing it. I mean, take the positive off first. But that is the reason for doing it, for taking the negative off first, is so you don't accidentally short the positive out. or any cable that would be connected to positive. Like if you, like the cable goes from positive over to the alternator, you're going to disconnect that, you could short it out. So if you, had the battery connected, because the negative is the ground. So, all right, so battery out of the way. Now I know the AC system's completely dead on this car. I had checked into that last year because it didn't work. So I'm not concerned about that. There's a ground over here and there's a ground over here. I believe these are for headlights. I'm not positive though. Just what I think it is. I'm not sure yet if this car's going to have power steering when I'm done. Might not. I'm taking the cap loose. I can't remember if these fans latch in. No, they don't. I thought they might have latched into this support. Cold air intake. Can't stand them. However, race applications, off-road applications, yeah, I can see it. When you have a custom application, then yeah, things are different. Then you can do stuff like that. But for like a stock car like this, it probably makes zero difference. Plus this one actually goes down inside there. So the problem with that is you're at a low point. So if you go into some deep water, you're in deep trouble. So yeah, so I got a bunch of clips here I got to disconnect or pull off of here. Let me see if I have any tools for that. I'm not sure if I have anything readily handy. And I don't think so. Hang on. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Wrapped a little tape to help prevent marring. Tell you what though, this garage is going to need air conditioning in the summer because it gets stuffy in here. So, like I said, our only goal right here, right now, is to just start disassembling. At least if I get stuff apart each and every day, spend 20 minutes, eventually it'll be done. Getting these motors out could be a real handful. I've actually never taken one out without a lift. So this will be a first for me. Alright, that one does not want to come up. A lot of times too you can use cutting pliers, also known as dikes. Side cutters, they're also called. You can try all sorts of different things like that to achieve your goal. All right. This car's got weird headlights. Like I said, I was never a big fan of these, but the only reason I'm keeping it is because, like I said, it was my cousin's car. So, obviously he had intentions of doing something, that's why he had that rear suspension work done, he just never got to it. I'm pretty confident that that was his intention. This thing's also got some aftermarket wiring that goes to absolutely nothing. Pretty cool. Okay, that can go in the garbage. I have a garbage here somewhere. Could be the floor for right now. Oops. Sorry, I know I just hit you there. All right. Well, you get the general idea. Let me start taking some stuff apart. I'm not going to let you watch me do absolutely every little bit, but you get the general idea. When I start coming up to more important stuff, we'll get back into this. All right, so I think I got all the screws out that I needed to take out. To get the nose off, that is. All right. Now I gotta just try to figure out what lights are what in this nose piece here. Off of these front turn signal marker lights. This car has been repainted, I can see that. So it's been in some kind of an accident. Alright. So the nose piece is off. Put this in the back corner for right now. And now this weird contraption here that you see that? This whole egg crate looking thing, that's for like impact. That's an impact beam. So that's, you know, the 5 mile an hour impact type stuff. So let me see, oh, that's actually riveted in place. Cool. Yeah, it's actually riveted in place. But this bumper beam is bolted in place. So you see the egg crate thing goes to this beam, which this is another impact beam. This is for more than 5 miles an hour basically. And behind it, it's mounted to the actual frame rails. So I'm going to take all of that off too, but I'm going to have to do that with a gear wrench. And I'm going to look to take these headlights and everything else out too. Alright, let me get to that. And I kind of figured I'm probably not going to fast forward anything because I talk way too much and you'll lose that. Alright, so now with that front bumper being loose, the fog lights are actually, or driving lights, whatever you want to call them, they're actually inside here. So, gotta disconnect those and take out. And that's it. So that's off of there. Put that down to the side. Now, like I said, the reason I'm taking all of this off is to make my life easier working on the car. So I'm even going to take this headlight beam piece out, but that's probably going to be tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not sure what else right there. I mean, there's not a heck of a lot, but it shortens up the nose quite a bit, as you can tell. All right, I think that's going to be it for tonight. All right, so that's going to pretty much be it for tonight. But like I said, that's what I'm going to try to do every night, if I can. If I can spend 15-20 minutes, I think I already spent close to an hour on this. But if I can spend 15-20 minutes a night on it, that's great. That means it'll eventually get done. So I got grass clippings on me and stuff like that. So as you can see, it's pretty dirty. A lot of old leaves, grass clippings, there's spiders all over it too. So, but I'm going to take all of this off. This way I'm not messing with it. Plus this way I can see if I need to make any modifications for the future. Like I don't know yet what's going to be what. Oh, actually, you know what? I can show you something here. So there's the idiot air filter. I hate when people do that, especially on like a street car. But let me show you underneath here. In case you didn't know it, because I mentioned it, there is the distributor. See that? Behind the water pump. Fantastic design. Yep. So, a couple of spark plugs are not bad to get to. The ones on that side are a nightmare. If I remember correctly, I had done a tune-up on a Trans Am at the dealership. And it was, I think we had to replace the distributor. And the distributor on these things was like $1,000 way back when. So we did a full tune-up and it was like $2,000. It's like, that's insanity. But, whatever. OptiSpark, I think is what they called it. I don't even remember. It's junk. But yeah, I mean, some people actually like it. Me? Nah. All right, so that's going to be it for tonight. Hopefully you got something out of that. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.